Out Donald Trump's about face on whether President Obama was born in the U.S. Now 53 days before the election, Trump suddenly changes his mind. Tonight, the angry reaction from members of Congress, from Hillary Clinton, from First Lady Michelle Obama, who late today took aim. The officer tonight indicted, opening fire at a car full of teenagers as the car pulls away. There is breaking news coming in now, the air scare, the smoke on the plane, the passenger's battery, and it comes amid the massive smartphone recall already. The meat cleaver attack here in New York City tonight, new images and what we've now learned about the vicious attack. And the 3-year-old adopted who left behind her best friend in the orphanage. And tonight, the reunion that stopped us. Our little persons of the week.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening on a very busy Friday night here, and we begin with Donald Trump's about face. After 5 years of questioning where President Obama was born, Trump came out today, 53 days before the election, 10 days before the crucial first debate, and changed course. This morning, teasing reporters, telling them to stay tuned for his big announcement, turning it into a TV event. Tonight, the reaction has been swift, including the president answering our reporter and First Lady Michelle Obama, who came out today swinging. ABC's Tom Llamas leading us off.
Today, in less than 30 seconds, Donald Trump abandoned the conspiracy theory he spent more than 5 years pushing so hard.
President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period.
And Trump accusing his opponent of starting the birther movement.
Hillary Clinton and her campaign of 2008 started the birther controversy. I finished it.
Clinton and her campaign did no such thing. Trump today refusing to take any questions from reporters.
Mr. Trump, why did it take so long?
He did not explain what finally convinced him, and he did not apologize to the president. For years, the birther conspiracy was Trump's signature issue.
If he wasn't born in this country, which is a real possibility, then he has pulled one of the great cons in the history of politics.
It propelled him to the forefront of American politics.
I want him to show his birth certificate.
In 2011, when the White House did release the birth certificate showing the president was born in Hawaii, Trump took a victory lap.
I'm very proud of myself.
But 1 year later, Trump tweeted, "An extremely credible source has called my office and told me that Barack Obama's birth certificate is a fraud." It was one of 67 Trump tweets on the birther issue. Again, in 2014, Trump, still refusing to accept the conspiracy theory, had been thoroughly debunked.
But he is a citizen. He produced that long-form birth certificate.
Well, a lot of people don't agree with you, and a lot of people feel it wasn't a proper certificate.
And just this year...
Was he a natural-born citizen?
Who knows?
But now the election is 53 days away, and Trump is trying to reach out to African-American voters.
What the hell do you have to lose?
In a hacked email, former Secretary of State Colin Powell writes, "Trump takes us for idiots," adding, "Yup, the whole birther movement was racist." But just last night, the Washington Post publishing a new interview. Trump still refusing to say whether he believes the president was born in the U.S. Then, within hours, an email bombshell from the campaign. Mr. Trump believes President Obama was born in the United States, but nothing from Trump himself. This morning, a tweet. "I'm going to the brand new Trump International Hotel, D.C. for a major statement." Even on an issue so deeply personal to the president, Trump building up the drama for his next TV stunt.
You watch my statement. We have to keep the suspense going, okay?
Finally, with the press corps assembled, Trump bragged about his hotel, surrounded by a collection of decorated veterans backing him. Then he addressed the elephant in the room.
President Barack Obama was born in the United States, period. Now we all want to get back to making America strong and great again. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Since Donald Trump didn't answer any of our questions and he avoided the press completely, we're now tracking him down to a fundraiser in Virginia.
I pressed him. Will there be an apology?
Mr. Trump, can we talk to you?
Tom, how are you, Tom?
Mr. Trump, can we talk? Mr. Trump, are you going to now apologize to the president?
Mr. Trump, are you going to now apologize to the president?
Tom Llamas with us live tonight. And Tom, after 5 years of this, many saying the timing could not be more convenient for a change of heart now 10 days before that crucial first debate.
David, Trump clearly does not want this issue to come up in the debate. He says he wants to focus on the issues. Just tonight, he was down in Little Haiti in Miami speaking to a predominantly black audience, and he did not mention the birther incidents once. He's trying to move past this, David.
Tom, thank you. First Lady Michelle Obama campaigning for Hillary Clinton today. She came out and immediately took on the issue, defending her husband and then making the case for Clinton. Here's ABC's Cecilia Vega.
The cheering was so loud, First Lady Michelle Obama couldn't even get out what she wanted to say. But when she finally got going, she didn't hold back.
There were those who questioned and continue to question for the past 8 years, up through this very day, whether my husband was even born in this country. I think Brock has answered those questions with the example he set by going high when they go low.
Her first solo campaign trip for Hillary Clinton, the First Lady saying, "I'm with her," but today she was talking about him, sounding like she couldn't wait to let Donald Trump have it.
A candidate is not going to suddenly change once they get in office. Just the opposite, in fact, because the minute that individual takes that oath, they are under the hottest, harshest light there is. And there is no way to hide who they really are. And at that point, it's too late.
Today, Clinton's campaign called Trump's birther statement a sickening display.
His campaign was founded on this outrageous lie. There is no erasing it in history.
It wasn't just Clinton. Members of the Congressional Black Caucus so outraged, one after another, they lined up to denounce Trump.
Donald Trump is a disgusting fraud.
This man cannot be elected.
Enough is enough.
And Cecilia Vega with us live tonight as well. And Cecilia, Donald Trump made it clear today he changed his mind about his doubts that the president was born here, period, was the word he used, end of argument. But the Clinton camp says it's not that easy.
Yeah, David, they are calling him the birther-in-chief. They are not letting this one go. Not just Hillary Clinton today, Michelle Obama. You heard her come down hard. Surrogates like her, top Clinton campaign aides. For all of them, for this Clinton camp, they say this birther issue hits right into their central argument that Donald Trump is not fit to be president. David.
Cecilia, thank you. And we do have one more note on this. President Obama himself weighing in on Donald Trump's birther campaign and Trump's concession today. There was this question in the Oval Office today for the president from our Jonathan Karl.
Mr. President, Donald Trump is now finally acknowledging that, yes, you were born in America. Your reaction?
I, Jonathan, have no reaction, and I'm shocked that a question like that would come up at a time when we got so many other things to do. Well, I'm not that shocked, actually. It's fairly typical. We got other business to attend to. I was pretty confident about where I was born. I think most people were as well. And my hope would be that the presidential election reflects more serious issues than that.
The president on this latest issue in the presidential campaign. We do move on tonight to an indictment in Chicago, a police officer charged with civil rights violations for an incident caught on camera nearly 3 years ago. The dash cam video shows him firing repeatedly at a stolen car as it backed toward him, injuring 2 teenagers inside. Here tonight, ABC's Pierre Thomas.
Tonight, this former Chicago police officer has been indicted on federal civil rights charges for what you're about to see unfold in this police dash cam video, a video the city sought to keep secret. Officer Marco Perano walks into the scene, gun drawn, gangster style, as he pursues a suspected stolen car full of black teenagers. He starts firing, squeezing off 12 rounds, even as the car is backing away. 2 teens are hit. The Fraternal Order of Police initially said the officer fired his weapon to protect someone who was being dragged by the car, but there's no evidence of that on the tape. The city obtained a court order to block the video's release to the public. But the judge presiding over the stolen car case saw the 2013 video and was so disturbed he released it to the press, saying it showed a reckless and callous disregard for human life. My strong gut feeling is that these shots never would have been fired if the kids in the car were white.
David, tonight, the judge who released the video tells us he's glad the Justice Department's case moved forward and that he stands by his blistering words. David?
Pierre Thomas with us tonight. Pierre, thank you. And from here in New York City, there are new details of that frightening attack by a man wielding a meat cleaver, leading police on a chase through the streets at rush hour, seriously injuring an officer who tried to stop him. And tonight, that officer is now being called a hero. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis.
New York detective Brian O'Donnell wounded, but going home less than 24 hours after being slashed by a man wielding a meat cleaver.
With a complete disregard to his own health and his safety, he engaged this guy.
O'Donnell was near bustling Penn Station, off duty, when he encountered 32-year-old Akram Wjla trying to remove this boot from a car he was apparently living in.
As we were pursuing him, he has the cleaver in his hand, and you can clearly see it, and he's waving it around.
You can see the handle here. Officers first try a taser, then O'Donnell makes his move.
The detective was struck in the head by the cleaver, causing an approximate 6-inch gash from his temple about down to his jaw.
Police then fire 18 shots. You can hear them in this video from GreekReporter.com. Hitting Wjla at least twice. Wjla has a long rap sheet, 15 prior arrests, including larceny, criminal mischief, and resisting arrest.
O'Donnell told a police official that he may have a little scar, but that he's all right. But police say they do not yet know the full extent of his injuries, but he is at home tonight, recovering with his family. David?
That is good news, Lindsay. Thank you. And next to Ohio, where a suspected serial killer appeared in court today, facing charges of kidnapping and murder. His arrest after a chilling 911 call from a woman he was holding captive in the home where she was making the call. Police did rescue the woman, but they also found 2 bodies inside the home, a third at another location. ABC's Ryan Smith on the scene in Ohio.
Tonight, suspect Sean Great appearing subdued as the judge explained the charges: double murder and kidnapping.
Do you understand the nature of the 3 offenses charged in the complaint, Mr. Great?
Yes, Your Honor. Bond set at $1 million.
Any questions about the terms and conditions of bond, Mr. Great?
No, sounds fair. The homeless man not entering a plea, arrested after a woman made this chilling 911 call from an abandoned house.
Does he have a weapon? He's got a taser.
Leading police to a rescue.
Where is he? Bedroom sleeping.
Still sleeping? Authorities finding the bodies of Stacy Stanley and Elizabeth Griffith. Police say Great also led them to the remains of a third person. The Carpenter's Facebook page last year projecting a normal life, sharing news of a new job at a Holiday Inn. But prosecutors detailing a lengthy rap sheet, convictions for abduction, domestic violence, and drug abuse.
Great's next hearing is set for Monday, and as the 2 women found dead here are being remembered with this memorial, prosecutors reassuring a reeling community that this is a safe place to live. David?
Ryan, our thanks to you tonight. And overseas this Friday evening, a senior ISIS leader killed in a precision drone strike. The Pentagon confirming the death of the man known as Dr. Wjla near Raqqa, Syria. He was the ISIS Minister of Information responsible for some of its most gruesome execution videos. Last month, the U.S. airstrike killed the group's top plotter of attacks around the world. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Friday, and we have a breaking headline at this hour. The scare in the air, smoke, coming from a battery on board a plane. It comes amid that alarming recall already. We've already seen the fires allegedly caused by batteries in smartphones. Tonight, word of that scare coming in on board a plane. We're also tracking severe storms that could move into the Northeast this weekend and the wildfires in the West right now, closing in on an entire neighborhood. And later, you have to stay tuned for this. The little girl adopted, brought to her new life here in America, but it turns out she left behind her best friend at the orphanage. Until this reunion right here in the U.S. You're not going to believe it.
Is depression more than sadness? It's a tangle of multiple symptoms. Trintellix vortioxetine is a prescription medicine for depression. Trintellix may start to untangle or help improve the multiple symptoms of depression.
For me, Trintellix made a difference.
Tell your healthcare professional right away if your depression worsens or you have unusual changes in mood, behavior, or thoughts of suicide. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, and young adults. Trintellix has not been studied in children. Do not take with MAOIs. Tell your healthcare professional about your medications, including migraine, psychiatric, and depression medications, to avoid a potentially life-threatening condition. Increased risk of bleeding or bruising may occur, especially if taken with NSAID pain relievers, aspirin, or blood thinners. Manic episodes or vision problems may occur in some people, may cause low sodium levels. The most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and vomiting. Trintellix did not have significant impact on weight. Ask your healthcare professional if Trintellix can make a difference for you.
Would you like to win $7,000 a week for life? Now you can with the new Set for Life prize from Publishers Clearinghouse.
This is amazing.
Go to PCH.com and enter now. October 21st, you could be set for life.